what nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's manga nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Blue Lock chapter 329. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppet kitty who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation will, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked fall anime season coming to a close, in which we're covering Boku no Hero Academia Final Season, Spy Family Season 3, let's see, unfortunately, One Punch Man Season 3, well, unfortunate for me, but fortunate for you, Togedanki, Santa, Gachiakuda, and Digimon, and there's even more on the way, including Blue Lock. So please check out our Patreon, the link is in the description box below. So last time we covered Blue Lock, we started getting into the side B content. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled Don't Run Away. Ooh, so this is the, for this color spread, it's the Gen 11. Yes! I love this. They are working it. This is like an ad campaign right here. Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's see. Do we have to title this chapter? Which is titled, Don't Run Away. Let's see. U20 World Cup. Ooh, we're going back to the U20 World Cup. All right, Group A, Game 2. France versus England. All right. Yeah! Okay, so France beat England 2-1. So, all right. So we're not going to play against England. Right. Well, obviously right away. But still. Okay. So, let's see. So rank 1 is obviously Japan's at first with nothing, with 3 points, because the difference is 4. France obviously won nothing. Point difference is 3 because, you know, because what Isagi did was really smart by scoring, or what Japan, thanks to Isagi and them doing, scoring 4 points was actually a smart thing to do. And then England's in 3rd, and Nigeria's in 4th. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get to the group rankings here. Oh, so we got the group rankings. All right, let's see. Okay, so at the end of round 2. All right, so Group B. In first place, we have Brazil, who has a 3-point differential. Second place, and obviously the one, they have 1 win, 0 losses. And Senegal is, not surprised Brazil is in first place. None of you should be. Second place is Senegal with a 1-0 record, with a 1-point differential. Let's see. Yeah. With 3 points. Okay. Okay. Now I see what we're doing here. Yeah. All right. And then third is Czech Republic with an 0-1 record, with a -1 differential with 0 points. And 4 is Uzbekistan with a 0-1 record, 0 draws, obviously, ties, -3 differential, and 0 points on the board. All right, Group C, let's see. So I'm not surprised looking at this, seeing Argentina in first place. I'm going to say this right now, looking at groups. Let me look at the rest of this real quick. That the Latin American countries, as well as, let me say this, the Hispanic countries are winning. They're all in first place. I am not surprised. None of you should be surprised about this. No, none of you should be surprised about this at all. So in Group C, first place is Argentina with a 1-0 record, with a 2-point differential, or plus 2-point differential. There we go. And with 3 points. Second place is Denmark with a 0-0-1 record, 0-point differential, and with 1 point. Tunisia, ooh, so they're tied with Tunisia. Interesting, because I was like, wait, okay, all right. So, and they have 1 point. Both of them do, Tunisia and Denmark. And then United Arab Emirates has a 0-1 record and a -2-point differential and 0 points on the board. All right, let's get into into Group D. So, to no one's surprise, it is Spain that is in first place in Group D, with a 1-0 record, with a 3-point differential, and 3 points on the board. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. All right. Okay. So 3 points for them. So for rank 2, it's Ecuador. Ooh, okay, man, I feel bad. So Ecuador's in the same group as Spain. Oh, that really sucks. That sucks. Oh man. Oh, so Ecuador and Qatar are tied. So they have a similar situation to Denmark and Tunisia, where they are both 0-1 and have 1 point. And then Sweden is at in fourth place, but unlike United Arab Emirates, they have a 0-1 record with a -3 differential and 0 points on the board. Now Group E is very interesting, and Honduras, Hondurans, you should feel very embarrassed right now. Well, maybe not. Part of me is like, maybe you shouldn't feel as embarrassed because you lost to Italy, and Italians are really good at soccer, so maybe not too bad. But yeah, you lost to Italy. So in first place in Group E is Italy, with a 1-0 record, with a 1 point difference, and with 3 points. And then Iran tied with Cameroon. Wow, okay. So they're both 0-1 with 0 point differential and 1 point at pop. And then Honduras is like at the bottom with an 0-1 record and a -1 differential and 0 points. All right, Group F. Okay. Panama, what the hell are you doing? What the hell, Panama? You tied with China. You should feel embarrassed, man. The rest of Latin America, well, minus Honduras. And I think that's the, oh, no. Venezuela tied too. Oh, and Chile, yeah, no, Panama, there are still some other countries that are not doing so well too, so you should not feel bad. Too bad. But you should still feel pretty bad. So Switzerland is 1-0 with a 2 point differential and 3 points. China, as I said, China and Panama are tied. So they have the 0-1 record with 0 point differential and 1 point a pop. And then Cote d'Ivoire has a 0-1 record and a -2 point differential and 0 points. Okay, let's see. So Group G, you have the Netherlands in first place, with a 1-0 record, 2-point differential, and 3 points. Colombia is in second place with a 1-0 record and a 1-point differential and 3 points. So Colombia, you are doing your damn thing. So yeah. Egypt is in third place with an 0-1 record and -1 point differential and 0 points. And New Zealand is in fourth place at with an 0-1 record and -2 point differential and 0 points on the board. In Group H, Peru is in first place. Whoa! Dude, Group H, all of them tied! So Peru, Austria, Wales, and Jordan all tied and all have 1 point on the board. Wow, okay. Group I, we have Australia in first place with 1-0 record, 1 point differential, and 3 points. Portugal and Belgium tied. Dude, there's a lot of ties. Holy shit. With 1 point on the board. Yeah, Portugal and Belgium did. And then Paraguay is at the bottom of the board in Group I with a -1 point differential and 0 points on the board. Now let's look at Group J. So Croatia and Canada are tied for first place. All right, both of them have a 1-0 record with a 1 point differential and 3 points, and then Ghana and Bahrain, obviously both with a 0-1 record and a -1 point differential and 0 points on the board. So basically, they both won their games 1-0. Yeah. All right. So Group K, we have Saudi Arabia. Oh, Chile, you should feel embarrassed because Saudi Arabia beat your ass. They beat you 1-0. That's what it sounds like here. So they Saudi Arabia's won 1-0 with a 1 point differential and have 3 points on the board. Scotland and Algeria tied. All right, and they have 1 point on the board. And then Chile obviously lost. They have 0 points on the board, so they're at the bottom. And then Group L, you got Morocco in first place with obviously 1-0 record, 2 point differential with 3 points on the board. Ukraine tied with Venezuela. Venezuela, you tied with Ukraine. You should feel embarrassed. You should feel bad about yourself, Venezuela. You're making your Latin American brothers. You're disappointing your Latin American brothers and sisters. So you guys only have 1 point on the board with Ukraine, and then Iraq is at the bottom. With 0 points on the board. They have a -2 point differential. Morocco, I'm not surprised about. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to say this about Group N. I am disappointed in my Israeli brothers and sisters. Or my Israeli brothers, I should say. Very disappointed in them because they're a lot better at soccer, or at least I thought they were. But at the same time, they did lose to Uruguay, so I could kind of understand. Yeah, they lost bad though. Holy shit, they lost really bad. So, but at the same time, they lost to Uruguay, so it's like, yeah, I can understand. I can. So Uruguay is in first place with a 1-0 record with 3 point differential and 3 points on the board. Turkey's in second place with obviously a 1-0 record with a 1 point differential and 3 points on the board. Cape Verde, obviously, 0-1 record, -1 point difference with 0 points on the board. And then, as I said, Israel is at the bottom with an 0-1 record of -3 points and 0 points on the board. Dude, I want to see, I swear to God, I need to see Israel whoop Turkey's ass. Turkey should not have this record. No. All right, so Group N, we got the USA in first place. At least America's in first place. That makes me feel good. Ooh. Okay, so USA is in first place in Group N with obviously 1-0 or 1-0 record, 2-point differential with 3 points on the board. Norway's in number 2. Okay, now I'm really shocked, all right, because South Africa lost. All right, South Africa. Usually you're a lot better than this, from what I know about South African soccer. Norway is in second place with 1-0 with a 1-point differential and 3 points. Really? Norway beat South Africa? Bolivia. Wait, hold on a second. To my Latin American viewers, please correct me if I'm wrong. Or actually, let me rephrase that. To my Latin American viewers, are you surprised that the USA beat Bolivia 2-0? Or like because it says it's a 2-point differential, so it's either like it's maybe like 2-1 or something. Well, it's a 2. They beat them by 2 points. So, are you guys kind of surprised by that? Part of me is, because I thought Bolivia was somewhat decent, but guess not. I kind of want to see that game. I want to see how competitive it was. Let's see. So yeah, so as I said, Norway is 1-0 with a 1-point differential and 3 points. The South Africa game in Norway, I'm glad that was at least really, really close. That would make sense to me for being really close. South Africa, as I said, is in third place with an 0-1 record, minus 1-point differential and 0 points on the board. And Bolivia is in fourth place with an 0-1 record with minus 2-point differential and 0 points on the board. Now, this one is very interesting for Group O. This one is very competitive. All of them, both games ended up in ties. And all of them have 1 point on the board. And the games and the countries in this bracket are Mexico, Poland, Mali, and Hungary. I am very surprised that all of them tied. Wow! I'm surprised Mexico didn't win in this bracket. I'm really surprised Mexico would have won, I think, in let's see, like in Group M, I think they would have won in Group K and Group J. Group I, Mexico would have won in a good chunk of these groups. But they didn't win in Group O? I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised by this. To my Mexican, almost said fellow, I'm sorry, I'm not Mexican. To my Mexican viewers, are you as shocked as I am in regards to this? To my Latin American soccer fans, are you surprised by because I'm kind of shocked by Venezuela, to be honest. And I'm shocked by, the other one I'm really shocked by is I would say Paraguay I'm kind of shocked by, and probably Panama I'm shocked by, and Honduras I'm shocked. No, Honduras I'm not shocked by, because they played Italy. Italy's fucking good. So I would not be, if you are Honduran, I would not be embarrassed losing to Italy. So, at least in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about the board right now. But anyways, whoa! And now we're looking at Group P here. Dude, Costa Rica lost to Germany. 3-0. Wow! Wow, what the hell, Costa Rica? I know Germans are good, but really? All right. So, and Korea tied with Serbia? All right. And Kaiser is coming back with a vengeance. He is mad. Germany sure knows how to win, huh? Yeah, so now we're back with U20 Japan in the monitor room. The wait is over as shit. I've yearned for you, Yoichi. Are you trying to be a style Kaiser? Seriously, I've come for revenge, Yoichi. Quit messing around. Yeah, dude, that fucking pun. Shut the hell up, you losers. Quit styling, dumbass. The style. In the group leagues, each team plays 3 matches, and the top 2 teams of each group will advance. If we win our next match, then we're basically guaranteed to advance to the finals. But we're up against France, who's #1 in the world. I want to go back to France's the point difference with France real quick. France won with a 1-point differential. Yeah, they won 2-1. So, like, they can have a really close game, and Japan could still, like, win out. Like, what Isagi chose to do, Japan chose to do, which was blow out Nigeria, was really goddamn smart in the grand scheme of things. Because if they end up tying with, France in terms of, record, they will, they will end up moving forward via tiebreaker. Let me reword this. In the event of a tiebreaker, Japan would still move forward. There we go. Let's see. But we're up against France, who's #1 in the world. Doesn't matter. We'll devour and defeat everyone. We've got to beat them if we're going to win, right? Being the best in the world is the only option. That's what Isagi-kun would say, right? Totally. What the heck? Are you making fun of me? Not at all. It's actually a compliment. When I get nervous, it's a nice mental boost. Yeah, the little Isagi in your head. Oh my god. I've got a little Isagi in my head too. Yep, he's here. Ew! You're definitely making fun of me. I love it. You know, it just goes to show how much everyone's looking up to you. That's one thing I don't like. I would rather have them, like, patronize Isagi and make fun of Isagi than, like, be a suck-up. At least in my opinion. I don't plan on giving up the title of the world's best to you. Bring it on, then. That's a healthy mindset for a blue lock egoist. Ooh, hello. Alright, so we're gonna see Isagi and Rin now. Don't look at me! Same to you. Soccer fun for you when everything goes your way and you're an undisputed superstar? Yeah, it is fun. I love that Isagi just said, yeah, it is fun. That's great. Jealous? Are my exploits bothering you? That's not it. Just don't get satisfied with all this. I'm not. Then until I destroy Sayatoshi, keep being a demon lord who interferes with my life, Isagi. Ooh. I like that Rin said that. The reason why Rin is saying that is that Isagi pissing Rin off like this and triggering Rin pushes him. And the more it pushes him, pushes Rin, the more powerful he becomes, and he needs that boost to beat Say. And I like that Rin recognizes that, because that's what happened. Because remember what happened with Nagi. When Nagi beat Isagi, he plateaued, and Rin hasn't beaten Isagi, so he hasn't plateaued, and he's growing still. I like that. That was smart. And hell, look at Kaiser! We're seeing him at Kaiser! Isagi embarrassed the fuck out of Kaiser! And look how he's growing. Rin-chan, seeing Isagi? I was thinking of asking him to train with me. Don't care. I fucking love Rin for that. Take a shit and go to sleep. Bakura's like, what's his problem? Don't get satisfied. Right now, yeah, don't get satisfied. Again, look at Nagi. Nagi got satisfied and he plateaued. That's what Rin is saying. Rin is saying if you get satisfied, you're going to plateau. And that's why Rin said, keep being a demon lord, that pisses me off. At least until I beat Sei. And then you could fall off your pedestal. Right now, I'm number 1 in Blue Lock. I have the abilities to hold my own against the world. Bro, you just beat Nigeria, who's weak as shit. Say that shit when you beat Spain. Or beat Brazil. Or beat Mexico. Once you say that shit, once you beat Mexico or Spain or Brazil, then you can talk that. Then you can say you are able to hold yourself against the world. Everyone's chasing after me and steadily leveling up. Rin and I are strengthening each other as rival egotists, which is very true. Even Ego-san's dreams are riding on me. It's fine, everything is going well. Don't get satisfied. This is good. It's good, but being number 1 is fucking terrifying. But you're not number 1, though! On the ranking boards he is, but like, in all reality, he's not the number 1 he thinks he is. No. There's no denying that I've become the nucleus of Blue Lock. To an extent, yes. For right now. Once Sei comes in, once Nagi makes his comeback, we'll see if that's true. Because when Sei comes back into the picture, or once Sei comes into the picture, Nagi won't be, or not Nagi, I'm sorry, Isagi won't be the nucleus of Blue Lock. That will be the biggest reality check for him. And that's exactly what I wanted to become. The best in the world. But if my condition slips, if I mess up and lose, there's a good chance that all of Blue Lock would collapse with me. It's seriously nuts. This is the pressure you feel at the top of a team. I've never felt this sort of responsibility before. Rin, Kaiser, Loki, have they been fighting like this stress? Like this stress was perfectly natural? Yeah! They kind of have. I'm sure Noah has also overcome it countless times. Duh! To become the best in the world, don't run away, Yoichi Isagi. Go crazy for number 1. So, next chapter we're going to be going up against France. Now, the real question is, will Loki be the one to knock Isagi off his pedestal? I don't know. I think, as I said, I think Sei will be the one to do it. Specifically, because it says, remember, going back to what Isagi said here, there's no denying that I become the nucleus of Blue Lock. And that's exactly what I wanted to become, the best in the world. But if my condition slips, if I mess up and lose, there's a good chance that all of Blue Lock would collapse with me. That's why I said, when Sei and, obviously Nagi is going to be there too. When Sei and Nagi come into the picture, that's when Isagi's going to slip. Because Sei will become the nucleus. He will. He will totally become the nucleus. And that's what, it's going to be very interesting to see if Isagi can handle it. But I do like what Rin said. I like what he said. He said, just don't get satisfied with all this. Then, and then until I destroy Sayatoshi, keep being a demon lord who interferes with my life, Isagi. Because if he gets satisfied, like we saw with Nagi, he's gonna plateau. That is going to happen. And that's what Ego was worried about. That's why Ego had this talk with Isagi. He's worried that Isagi is going to plateau. I think he will. And we all know he will. He totally will. But the question is, when will it happen? When will it happen? I think, personally, I think it started when he beat Kaiser. And technically Rin as well. I think when he beats... I don't know if it's going to be when. It's going to be if he beats Loki. That will... that's a good question, though. Is Japan going to beat Loki and France? Because, yeah, Loki is coming back with a vengeance. It's going to be very interesting to see. And Shidao's got to... I swear, if Shidao is not playing in this game, I'm going to be so mad. We need Shidao in this game. And the other thing, too, is, again, what Rin said about being pushed to defeat Sei, and, you know, about Isagi interfering in his life. It's like, dude, Shida does the same thing. He could do literally the same thing. Like, why is Kaneshiro just not using Shidao? Oh my god, seriously. This would be the perfect time for it. Oh my god, if Kaneshiro uses Shidao for that purpose, to interfere with Rin's life, to be a demon lord that interferes with Rin's life, yeah. Again, remember what Ego assigned Shidao. It was just to do a bucket list. I'm telling you, Shidao is going to play a role in Isagi's downfall. I really do. I honestly believe it. I can totally see it. Especially when Rin is saying that when Rin is calling Isagi a demon lord, and Shidao is a demon. Like, come on. Kaneshiro, I swear to fucking God, please. Please just use Shidao. Please. Especially in this game. If you want to really knock Isagi off his pedestal, this would be the time to do it. Especially before Sei and Nagi arrive. The other thing would be that Isagi would get, not especially with what Isagi was saying about him being the nucleus of Blue Lock, and what was said about Side B being used to be the thing that destroys Blue Lock. It would happen when Nagi and Sei enter the picture. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more Blue Lock content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.